Well, hey everybody, how are we doing this evening? I am going to switch cameras because we have some serious lag. Let's try this. Oh boy. All right, guys, we're just going to go with it anyway, and things will kind of work itself out. I apologize for the lag for some reason, of all times to hit it. So I'm going to go back to camera number one. So that way, there we go, that's better. And we're just going to make it work. So greetings everyone, thank you guys for popping in. I'm really glad you're here. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to the Gala V2 upgrade that we are in. It's pretty much the V2 day. It's the day after version 2 has been launched, and there's a lot of questions, a lot of things going on, and I want to share some stuff with you as well. And I want to go through an article that was posted. And if you're here, go ahead and just let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from. If you've been watching me before, and again, for some reason my video is very glitchy, but we don't care, do we? We don't care. We're just going to go for it anyway. So what I want to do is I want to start off with, and those of you who are watching and the replay, thank you so much for checking this out. If you watching it on the replay, just go Dojo Fam. That way I know you're part of the Crypto Dojo family. So let's kind of get into, I want to share, this came out earlier, and I'm going to, let's do this. Okay, so this is huge. If you haven't seen the video that I put out earlier, I'm glad you're here now, because what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of go through this with you. And again, if you have questions, I'm going to address everything, but put them in the comment section and I will answer them. So this came out, what time did this come out? I believe this came out, yesterday, like 23 hours ago. So right after the launch of the V2 token, after the snapshot had been taken, and the distribution was beginning. And it says, uniting together, we have grown from a small Zoom call of less than a dozen people to an international company of 400. Clearly, the games in our ecosystem have multiplied from a single farming simulation, which I think is probably, it was Townstar, to dozens of games, pushing out playlists and driving the growth for the whole community. Keeping on, we have come so far, but we still have far to go. So it's basically just kind of like letting us know what's going on. Requested by the community, the first thing we are doing is initiating. Okay, so this is humongous, okay? I really want to emphasize this. I want to read this to you. Requested by the community, the first thing we are doing is initiating the burns of Gala. We committed to burning in our 2023 vision paper for the GEMS program to enable mobile expansion and to support the node ecosystem. Following through on this commitment means that we committed to burning 2 billion Gala over the course of the year. Unfortunately, this wasn't something that could be currently tracked in the V1 contract. So that's one of the reasons why they initiated the V2, is because they weren't able to accurately track the burns. Obviously, we can all see from today, V2 is upon us. Initially today, we made 4 burns. So they made 2 burns, and this was yesterday, by the way, so of 2 billion tokens. Now, I want to clarify something here in a second. Scrolling this down. There we go. But this is only the beginning of what we have done. On the march for improvements, we also proceeded to burn an additional just under like 4 billion Gala, equivalent to the total revenue in Gala we have ever received. Now, if I'm thinking of this logically, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong on this, what they did is they burned pretty much the equivalent of monies that they have received for the Gala project, like the market cap. That's ginormous, but I'm not done yet, so hang tight. It may seem that this is an extraordinary act, and it is, but we believe that is essential to reassure you, our community, of our unwavering commitment to our shared cause and the future of our node network. So, if you buy a node or your node, it's basically your computer running nodes. So it's basically keeping the ecosystem infrastructure just healthy and well, and you earn rewards from it. It's a really cool thing if you can afford a node. I probably should have got in the very beginning when it first started. It was way more attainable. Now I think someone told me it was like $96,000 for a node. Why would I need a node? If I can afford $96,000, why would I need one? Anyway, sorry, I just totally went off on a tangent. Okay. So there is one final point which we believe is critical to address for the community. We are well aware of the specter of potential exit scams, rug pulls, that haunt the blockchain realm. We wish to address this concern proactively. Proactively. The tokens we hold, we have received as ecosystem rewards over the last several years. While they have always been tokens, we were to use to fund. What am I doing? They have always been tokens we were to use to fund the growth and curation of the ecosystem. We know that many people see them as a fundamental risk to the overall tokenomics of the project. Therefore, we have decided to fully neutralize and dump an exit scenario. You can't dump an exit scam unless you have tokens to dump. By burning nearly the entirety of our reserves, we hope to extinguish this fear and return focus to the node network. With this goal in mind, we have initiated a burn of a further 15 billion Gala. This is the vast majority of the reserves of Gala. While we have a few wallets with general operational expenses, of course, you need to be able to function as a business, right? We all get that. OpenSea fees, etc. We now no longer control any appreciable parts of this token supply. Moving forward, our eye is firmly on the future. We have established a wallet with 2 billion Gala as a strategic reserve, which will be openly labeled on chain for all to see. The reserve locked behind a multi-sig wallet. So I'm not sure if you guys know what a multi-sig is, like a multi-signature wallet. So that means that not one person can just dump everything and has control over that wallet. There's multi-signatures. There's multiple signatures. How many? It depends. Could be 3, could be 2, could be 5. Who knows? It's just more than one. So it's an added layer of security. That's right. Our pledge to you is clear. We will live solely on our ongoing support, and we will live. Yeah. What am I, guys? It's been one of those days. In closing, we wish to express our gratitude for your ongoing support and belief in our vision. We have set a new benchmark for corporate responsibility in the blockchain world, proving that our strategic priorities, you, our community, sustainability, and the strengthening of our node network. We are here for the long haul, and we are excited about the future we are building together. So, I want to come back here because I want to talk about this burn mechanism. And what that's basically talking about is that they have burned 21 billion tokens. Now, from what I understand, these are V2 tokens. Okay, so these are essentially the V2, not V1, because V1 is useless. The new V2 token. So the max supply is 50 billion, with a circulating supply of about 7 billion. So what they've essentially done, so the most that could ever be minted is 50 billion. So what they've done is they've burned 20 billion tokens. So that, in my mind, creates hopefully will focus and be more of a deflationary asset as opposed to inflationary. So that means more demand with less supply. So I'm really hoping that this will be a big big catalyst for Gala. I think it will. It can. This is an amazing thing that they're doing. It's also like a goodwill gesture as well. I mean, for them to go ahead and burn approximately 21 billion tokens, that's just crazy. So I want to take a look here. Okay, hey Randy. So Randy's asking, I'm going to put this on so you guys can see. It's just easier so that way there's not silence. Okay, so will the name change to the... Wow, it got red. Okay, from Gala to V2. I think it will. What happened with mine, and I want to address the elephant in the room here in a second. Those of you who are watching, I think it should. Right, I think it should switch to like a V2 as opposed to like the V1. You probably won't even see. It may even be replaced. You may not even have it in your wallet anymore once that happens. Okay, so so Michael is here. We go. Since the burn of 20.1, almost 21 billion tokens were burned. What's the circulating supply? I think the circulating supply will still remain the same. Again, I don't know though. I think that it probably will stay the same, which is about 7 billion tokens. So, but I could be totally wrong. As the days and weeks go on, things happen. Who knows? But right now, as far as I'm aware, the circulating supply will be the same. Now, I've been getting this question asked all day long. When am I going to see the version 2 in my wallet? Understand that it's taking time because of network congestion. And if you were on last night, I use this analogy. It's like a highway that's totally like traffic jam. There's cars backed up. No one's going anywhere. Until that starts to loosen up a little bit, it's going to take longer for everyone to receive their tokens. I was fortunate. I got mine fairly early on this morning. I got up, I think about 9 o'clock. I noticed that it was that I had switched. And I also have some on my Gala account, which what happened was it was zero. There was nothing there. There was no... When I looked at my inventory on my Gala account, there was zero. But I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about it. It's, no big deal. It's like replacing one with the other. It's almost like, all right, well, all the cookies are gone from the cookie jar. Wait a minute, we need to get another package and open them up, and then they're in there. So that's kind of essentially how I'm looking at it. Now, I want you guys, if you're watching this live or if you're watching this in the replay, don't freak out. It's just taking a little bit of a time to everyone to receive their tokens. So the worst thing you can do is get stressed out, and the second worst thing you can do is listen to people unsolicited, and this goes into scams too, guys. You really have to be careful with what's going on, because what's happening is people are getting fictitious emails and correspondence from like Coinbase. Coinbase, they don't even list it on Coinbase. Coinbase support or other exchange support asking if you have questions, if you need this, if you need that. I posted something earlier today on Twitter, or someone else did, and there was like 5 different responses to him. Oh, if you need this, contact us here. We can help you. We can get your funds migrated over and all this other stuff. So that we can absolutely do. In their head, they're thinking that. But that's the last thing you want to do, is send your Gala over to anywhere. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to migrate anything. You don't need to transfer or do anything. Just breathe, relax, take some time, and really just kind of let it go. By tomorrow, Thursday, the latest, I'm like 100% confident everyone who's supposed to get their tokens will. So it doesn't matter if you're on a MetaMask wallet, a Coinbase wallet, Trust wallet, any of these wallets, if you're on a Ledger, if they're all connected to the blockchain, ERC20. If you are ERC20 and you are not on an exchange that doesn't support it, which is Coinbase, then you will get your tokens. So I want everyone just to take a deep breath. It's certainly not a scam, because if it was a scam, oh, by the way, has anyone checked their treasure chest on their Gala account recently? If not, you should go take a look, because if you have a Gala account, or if you don't have a Gala account and you set one up, you have 3 NFTs in your treasure chest. I checked a couple hours ago, and I have 3 NFTs in my that I knew nothing about. I knew they were coming out. But I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure. But if you go look and you pop into your Gala account, you're probably going to see you have 3 free NFTs. So, that's pretty outstanding in my book. I think that's a really cool thing. Another cool thing that they're doing, in addition to let's see here. Did I get sidetracked? $1 more than possible. In my view, well, you know what? Here, you know what, guys? Let's take a look at something. Hang on for a second. I want to pull something up for you guys. I want to share something with you. Let's do this. Give me a second. Pull this over. Oh, come on. Come on. All right. So, I'm pulling up right now. I'm going to be pulling up CoinMarketCap, and we're going to check out. We're going to take a look here at the price action. So check that out. So we are over 3 cents, like 0.0327 cents. I have this set for basically like the day. And I'm going to scroll down. I'll show you the chart in a minute. But this is what we're looking at right here. 3271. When I looked this morning, it was 299. So this is the percentage we're up. So now, if we scroll down and we check out the chart, and again, this is taking a minute to catch up. There we go. Look at this. So this is from one day. Let's go over here. All right. So we have one day. Now, if we look all the way through here, look where this was, and boom. Now, that is nice to see that. So, and this is just from one day. So we were down in the 2.9s earlier, just under 3 cents. So this is a really good thing. And I think the more people that find out about the burn that's occurring, I think the more we're going to see this. Could we hit 4 cents? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think things will calm down in a little bit once everything is kind of situated and settled. We'll see. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll hit 4 cents. I don't know, but I do know that seeing this is really nice right now. And if we go up again, you can always go to CoinMarketCap and check 3263. So this is moving along pretty nicely. So I wanted to kind of share that with you guys and let you know kind of where we're headed. So that's a really positive thing that's occurring right now. Hey, you know what? So let's do this here. All right. So Michael's saying it should be close to 50 cents with 7 billion circulating supply, at least. Again, I did a video regarding that, and I have my own what I think the price potential could be in the next bull run. And if you are here, everyone, regardless if we're glitchy, I hope you can hear me okay. And maybe it's just me on my end. I apologize for all the times the tech is kind of going haywire on us, but regardless, the idea is basically with Gala positioning themselves and doing everything. It's like everything they seem to be doing is right on. They came out in January, and then we had some major partnerships, and they just were timing everything really good. And now everyone has... Oh, you hear me great? Oh, thank you. Okay, it's just me. On my end, it feels kind of weird because I'm kind of looking at myself, and I feel like I'm like slow moving. But anyway, wonderful. Who cares? Who cares if I can see myself? It doesn't matter. Maybe, we're a little bit under 8% now, so we'll see. But again, if you're just coming in, thank you for being here. Let me know where you're from, guys. And I'm going to repeat a couple of times because this bears repeating. If you have not received your Gala V2, don't panic. Don't do anything. Don't listen to some fictional support, which is a scam artist. Look, remember, so if anyone asks you, the biggest red flag in the world is to share your seed phrases. Okay? Never, ever, ever, ever give out your seed phrases. That's the keys to your house. That is the garage door code where someone can come in, raid your fridge, eat your chicken, and, sit down, have a beer or a cold beverage, and take whatever money you got. You're allowing them the opportunity to come in and take whatever they want, whenever they want. So if anyone asks you for your seed phrase, that is a 100% scam, and you cannot do it, guys. Don't listen to anyone who's telling you, oh yeah, just send us your seed phrases and that way we can get in there and we can figure it out. No, they won't. They'll figure out how much they can take from you. But if you haven't yet, I really want you, after this live stream, go check out your Gala account and check out your 3 free NFTs. Just look in your inventory, in your treasure chest. Just scroll down. You'll have 3 NFTs, which I think is really cool. Oh, man. Hey, you guys are back. And that is so nice. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you... Thank you for saying that. Hey, you know what? I keep telling you guys, I'm here for you. Because we're together in this. I'm right there with you. I've got my Gala. I had my Gala put away, and I was never worried because I feel really confident in Gala and what they're doing and how they're approaching their business. Oh, Mysterious, you're back, brother. Oh, man, everyone's coming back in. Very nice. Yeah, BTC. So here's another question I was asked. Where do I buy Gala now? You got 2 options. You can either set up an account on another exchange, like a Binance. Like for me, I use Binance. That's my second one. That's my second centralized exchange I use. Binance US, by the way. So Binance or any other centralized exchange that was on the list, and I'm not going to go through that now. But any exchange that was on the list you can buy from. You may not be able to do it now, depending on where we are along the lines of how everything's being distributed. How far along we are with everyone receiving their V2 tokens. So you may not be able to buy, but you can buy them on a centralized exchange. like a Crypto.com or a Binance or a Gemini or Huobi or Gate.io, whatever. Or if you have a MetaMask wallet and you want to go the decentralized route, you can always, if you have your MetaMask wallet connected to Uniswap or anything like that, then you could buy it on a decentralized platform. So the only thing though is, where do I off ramp? So Coinbase was easy. It was easy to buy. It was easy to sell. It was easy to transfer back into your account. You want to make sure that if you decide at some point in the future that you want to take some profits, well, how are you going to do that in a timely fashion? So you're probably going to need to set up an account on a centralized exchange like Binance with your wallet, and then make sure you set up your account so you can either, like your checking account or Apple Pay or however you want to do that. So that way you can buy with fiat currency, you can deposit in, and you can withdraw out. So you want to make sure, and I was on Binance earlier today, and they've made some improvements on their UI, their user interface. It seems a lot simpler than I remember. I haven't used Binance for a long time, but now that that's going to become pretty much my main. I'm still going to use Coinbase, but I'll tell you what, Coinbase left a bad taste in my mouth for sure. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but whatever. So you want to make sure that you have an easy off ramp if you want to take profits to be able to do that. So just thinking ahead, right now for me anyway, I'm not touching my Gala. If anything, I'm going to continue buying more once the smoke clears. Probably not till next week. I want everything to settle down first, see where we are. Maybe by the weekend, who knows? With crypto, I don't have to wait, do it Monday through Friday. We can do it 24/7, 365 days a week, 24 hours a day. So we have that ability to do that. But we want to make sure we're thinking, like, if I want to take profits, well, how am I going to do that? Set up an account on a centralized exchange that you trust, that you've researched, and then set it up so you can actually off-ramp. You can cash out any profits you make. That's going to be really important. So I just wanted to, now I'm not a financial advisor, but I do have a brain, and we all do watching this live stream, and we all realize that. So I just wanted to also put that in there in your ear and make just kind of, what they say, champions don't need to be told what to do. We just need to be reminded. So it's all about just reminding myself included. Yeah, Scott, make sure you have an ability to take profits sometime. And will I think Coinbase, you didn't ask this, but I've been saying it every single night I've been doing these live streams. Do I think Coinbase will relist Gala? Yes, I think they will. And I kind of have a feeling that probably will do it maybe sometime over the summer. Probably the next 3 months. I don't know that. I'm just thinking that's, off the top of my head. Ah, I know. Isn't that cool, Nick? So Nick is saying here, he had gave us NFTs. How sweet is that? How cool is that to get 3 NFTs? Man, that's like a birthday present early. And with this major burn they're doing too. So wonderful. All right, I'm going to go back up here a little bit. And I see Gala on my trust wallet. It doesn't say V1 or V2. My balance is there. Give it till tomorrow. No. Wait a minute. I see Gala on my trust wallet. It doesn't say V1 or V2. My balance is there. If it was updated, would I have? Don't click right now. How would I know it's updated? They're trying to scam me to migrate. Okay. So like I said before, Mysterious, when I was looking earlier today, I didn't see anything. It was 0. I had nothing in my account. You got to understand, they're transferring like billions of tokens out to hundreds of thousands of wallets, to centralized exchanges, to like a crazy amount of addresses, and also dealing with congestion on the network. So take a deep breath, give it some time. Okay, if you have it on a MetaMask or Trust Wallet, you're gonna be good. Okay, you're gonna be good. The trick is just sort of like take a deep breath, zone out for a little bit, and things. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow morning you got up and everything's totally good to go. So okay, good. All right, Nick, I just saw your message about how do you get them. Yeah, they just put them on there. So, and if you don't have a Gala account, anyone who signs up will get 3 free NFTs also. So it's for new and existing users. I'm gonna grab a sip of water first. So something else that just kind of caught my eye is this is, I'm gonna just do this, get rid of this. Sorry, I don't know why that did that. I have random apps that just pop up. But anyway, so I was playing Meow Match a little while ago, and I logged out, and then I logged back in, because I'll do that. I'll go for 2 or 3 or 5 minutes, and then I'll move on. And what I noticed was that there we go. That's crazy. So what I noticed was that it asked to connect now to an account, like on Facebook or whatever. And I remember reading in the summary, the executive summary, that they are looking to do the more like a social platform where you can connect socially. And I don't know. I'm not sure if maybe that's part of it or not. But I thought that was really interesting that that happened. So I don't know. And also the home screen looked different. So I don't know. I think Gala's maybe doing some shenanigans in a positive way with this token burn, with the free NFTs, with everything that they're doing. Maybe they're doing really integrating Meow Match into the Gala ecosystem. That would be cool. And let's see here. Let's go here. I think when the smoke clears and everyone has the new tokens, yeah. I think so too. I think everyone is, again, especially if you've been in a situation where you've been burned by, see how I did that? You've been burned. Do I get a clap or thumbs down or something for that? Anyway, but I think once everyone gets their tokens, right now everyone's concerned. Maybe they've been burned in the past, and that's there's a bad taste left in their mouth. But I feel really confident that everyone's going to get their tokens, and people who are a little frustrated now are going to be like, okay, great. It wasn't a rug. It's totally fine. Anything that Gala does, in my view, and I always say this, I'm not paid or sponsored by Gala. They're not, they don't even know I exist. So this is just me talking and my experience with doing as much research into Gala as I have been. I feel like, everyone's going to be made whole. If you have 2 million tokens in V1, you're going to get 2 million tokens V2. I don't think anything is random with these guys, to be honest with you. I think that when it comes to Gala, everything is strategic. And I think they timed it. I think they knew that this was going to cause a little bit of a storm, and I think this was a way, because with the V2, people are like, oh man. So I think they wanted to do something, and I'm happy that they did, and I'm sure it's part of their plan to do this burn in addition to the V2 to also give people confidence that they're not rugging them. Because I've seen projects go to V2 before. It's like, that means, it could mean that this project is dying and they're just trying to milk everyone for more money or whatever. But in this case, I really believe that they're not, for sure. They've got too powerful. They've got too many things going on. I mean, this is not just a bunch of guys getting together creating a meme token. This is like heavy hitters, and you've got film and music. So there's a lot of things going on. Yes, Ichabel. Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, everyone's here. Nice. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really good thing, and we could see, I don't know, we could see 4 cents in the short term. We'll just have, and then I think it'll go back to what the market does. Right now, Gala is an island unto itself right now. So everyone's focused on Gala. If you're Gala holders, whatever, everyone's like just focusing and concentrating on Gala. But once by next week, we'll have moved on, and it'll be more like, okay, what are the market conditions? That will dictate the price. Bitcoin will determine the price of Gala, not necessarily a V2 upgrade. Yeah, so David's asking if there's an update for the new chain. I don't know. They really haven't said anything. Unless you guys have caught wind of something I haven't. They're pretty tight-lipped on that. They really haven't even necessarily decided on a damn name for it yet. So I don't know when that's going to happen. But I think it'll happen sooner than later. I think it'll definitely happen this year. I just don't know when that'll be. Maybe over the summer. We'll see. Who knows? They could surprise us. Gala likes to surprise us with things. So, if you are new here and you have not been to any of our live streams, let me know where you're from. I really like to know kind of where everyone's from, get an idea. We've got some veterans from pretty much almost every one of my live streams. I've been doing a lot of them lately. So, but is this 7:30 time frame good? Okay, good. I'm going to answer this. So, Mr. How will I know if update is zero balance? And then, so what will happen is when you're updated, you'll see the amount of tokens you have. And I can't remember what wallet you have, but it will show the current market price. If you're not seeing it, that means it's in process and it hasn't gotten to you yet, my friend. But just take some deep breaths. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be good. We're going to be laughing about this at some point. Oh, cool. Thanks, David. From Kentucky. We're in Kentucky. My grandfather lived in Kentucky, and when I was a kid, I lived in, I know it's not really the South, West Virginia. Oh, it's in Trust Wallet. Yeah, man, just hang tight, brother. Mysterious has it in Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet is a really good wallet, man. And look, with the blockchain, every transaction is going to be visible. It's like a ledger. It's a public ledger everyone can see. So all these, I could go right now. Anyone can go here right now. If they had your address, your public address, could go and find you on Etherscan. So, and I think You know what? I think what you can do, and I haven't tried it, is if you go on Etherscan, you copy your wallet address, go to Etherscan, put it in the search bar, and hit it, and that may tell you where you're at in the process. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can do that. Oh, Louisville. Cool. Yeah, I can't remember whereabouts. I was little when my grandfather lived in Kentucky. We lived in West Virginia, so all I remember is in West Virginia it was all mountains, right? So whenever it would rain, it was like this red clay that would stick to everything. The car tires, your shoes. I mean, we lived kind of in the mountains, so you had to walk on planks, or else it'd be like walking in quicksand. You'd walk in and your shoes would stick and your foot would come out. So I'm not sure if it's like that in Kentucky, but that's how it was in West Virginia when I was there. Come on, guys. Anyone got any questions for me? Bring it. I'm trying to think if there's any. I'm looking at my notes. Let me take a look and see if there's anything else I'm missing. No. So we were covering the day one of the Gala V2 upgrade. There's a lot. We're kind of now it's sort of like a hurry up and wait kind of a scenario. Everyone's really anxious, and I totally understand, guys. Trust me. I've been in projects where I'm like, oh man, like that first time. You guys ever remember the first time you sent a transaction from one exchange to a wallet or one wallet to the other, and it wasn't getting there, and you're like, oh crap. Is this gonna make it? Did I lose everything? And then it takes a little bit of some time, and then it gets there, and you're like, whew, okay, good. That's kind of how this is. I think we're all like, everyone's a little stressed out, but once it comes through, like my next live stream, I'm sure you guys will be like, all right, Scott, I'm good to go. But again, I'm not a developer and I'm not a coder, so they may come out and say maybe shorter, maybe longer, but I have a feeling probably by the end of tomorrow, Thursday morning, I think everybody will be made whole. That's just my unfinancial advisor opinion. And if you're watching right now, thank you so much. If you're here with the live stream with us, I'm really glad you're here. And I say this all the time, and you guys have been coming with me who subscribe to my channel and been watching these live streams. You know how much I appreciate every single one of you. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. And my goal is to try to give as much information as I possibly can. And with me, you're gonna get the straight skinny. I'm not gonna BS. If there's something that I don't like about something, I will say that. And I've done this in some of my YouTube videos where I've been like, with Gala in the past, I'm like, their NFTs are too high, blah, 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 blah. I will say it because it's important for everyone has all the information. Am I very bullish on Gala? Absolutely I am. But I also don't drink the Kool-Aid either. I like reason and critical thinking dictate my actions, not emotion, not FUD, not FOMO, or if people are coming up and they're telling you this and saying that. I'm the type of person, well, if you tell me something, I'll listen, but then I'm going to go research it for myself, which we should always do. Never take the word of anyone, myself included, right? If I'm saying something that doesn't make sense to you, you have that ability to go research it for yourself. That's something that's really important to me. Never take anyone's word for anything. Now, there may be things that maybe the pieces that I miss or whatever, and if I do discover that, I always try to make sure I'm rectifying it. But my goal is to give you as much value as I possibly can and keep everybody calm and cool and collected, because freaking out, it's not going to solve the issue. It's going to make us make irrational decisions. And when we're dealing with our hard-earned money, then we cannot be investing. We cannot be doing anything like this based on emotion, because then we lose sight of reason, and then things can go south very fast. I'm going to click on this here. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a lot more exciting when you get your tokens. it's a lot more. Oh, thank God. Or, you know what I mean? So once everyone gets their token, I'll be able to relax, because I'm on the chopping block. I'm over here going, yeah, guys, just relax. It's gonna be a piece of cake. I'm thinking too, man. Once everyone gets their tokens, I'll be able to go, see, I told you you got them. So you got to have a little fun. Give it some time. Give it some time. You know, yeah, they are. They're burning. That's right. They're burning over 21 billion. That's right. What the fun. That's right. I like that. Of course. That's great for us. That's a really positive catalyst. We just got to get the word out for people. And this is not V1, by the way. This is a V2. This is a version 2 burn. Those damn fees. That's how these exchanges make their money, you know. Right? So these exchanges, that's how they make money. I actually, even though I've been railing on Coinbase, I think they're really, for the most part, a really good exchange. Their UI is very good and very easy, and it's great for people who are just coming in. So is it normal for Binance to charge 4% fees to deposit? You know, I'm not sure. I haven't really used Binance that much. But that's just going to be kind of how that goes. Now, whenever, like on Coinbase, because I have a Coinbase account, I'm a Coinbase One member, because I do a lot of transactions during the month, and I don't want to be paying 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99 for every single freaking transaction. So with Coinbase One, it's like 29 bucks. I pay no transaction fees on Coinbase at all. And I have access to a live human being, phone support 24/7. So if you are a Coinbase member and you're trading a lot, I would be probably spending 3 or 4 times the amount on fees every month, the amount I trade. So it's absolutely, for me, worth it. But again, this is how these exchanges make their money. They make it off the fees. But yeah, money is super cheap. Good. Because that's going to be where I'll be buying my Gala from now on. It won't be on, obviously it won't be on, and Binance also has an amazing staking platform that you can, now some are kind of, like, if I was curious, even though I have my ADA staked on a more of a Lace wallet, which is native to developed by IOH. So anyway, so they offer like 0.80% staking for ADA, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'll continue with my 5.5, 6%. So no thanks. But on other ones, they do really good. So I think staking, while it still lasts, is a really good service. And if you have projects that you're able to stake, it may not be a bad idea. Maybe you have to look into that, maybe staking. But that's totally up to you guys. Nice. We have a good group here. We have 21. Is it 21? 23 people. Oh man, thank you guys for being here. Awesome. Again, let me know where you're from. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I shouldn't say our channel, because it's basically you guys that are allowing me the opportunity to grow this channel. And I can't wait because there's so many things I want to do. So if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please do so. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. And the more we grow, the more things we can do. And I am just about ready to set up, just about done with my Telegram channel. I'll have that up probably by tomorrow. And I'll start posting the Telegram link if you want to join pretty much in every video that I do. My live streams have been going crazy. I've been doing them almost every night except for maybe Friday and Saturdays. So I like that. We'll have to see how. I've been wanting to stick with you guys like every night, every day, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging, right? You guys we all deserve to have information, and so I spend the day researching and looking up things, so I want to make sure I'm here for you guys, giving you as much information as possible. So, but what else is going on in crypto? We've been talking so much about Gala, and so much is going on. How is the rest of your cryptos going, everybody? As I have my water. Who do you think's going to win? The SEC or Ripple? I want to see who. I'm curious. This is my own like little mini poll. Where we are right now, who do you think will win the SEC lawsuit? XRP or the SEC? It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Because I think whichever way that goes, I think has the potential to usher in the new bull run. That's just my own personal opinion. We'll just have to see kind of where we are. Man, there's so much. Wow, we have 26 people. Thank you everyone for joining XRP. I hope so, man. You know, and there's certain, it's interesting that certain cryptos are not, you can't access them on Coinbase. XRP is one of them. It's like they're a pariah. I think you can buy, can you buy it on, yeah, if it's a settlement, I look at that as a win, to be honest with you. Oh, XRP. Can you buy XRP on Binance? I'm not sure if you can or not. I think in Uphold you can. Oh yeah. So while I got you guys here, so I hold Hedera H-bar, and I was talking to you guys about I was going to be staking it. So I went and got their Hashpack wallet, and I was trying to set up. I got all the seed words, everything good to go, and I'm at the last stages of it being done. And oh, you can't get, okay, so you cannot get XRP on Binance. I wonder where. Maybe KuCoin or something like that. I'm going to look into that. I'm curious to see. But anyway, and for the life of me, I could not set up this damn wallet to stake the H-bar. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but that really wasn't a good sign when you're trying to set up a new wallet and you can't even set up the account because of this really funky error that kept coming up. So I'll give it one or two more tries, and then I'm probably going to pass on that because confidence is key, and I wasn't feeling very confident about that wallet. But I'll let you guys know how it goes. If it works out and I'm able to get it, fine. But we'll just have to see where that takes me. Where's everybody from? We have 21 people here. We got a lot of people watching. We've had just a drop in your name, or you don't have to drop your name, I don't know what I'm saying. Drop in where you're from, what your favorite crypto is. Let us know you're here. And if you're watching it on the replay, thank you so much for checking out the video. So if you are watching on the replay, go ahead and type in Dojo Fam, D-O-J-O Fam. That lets me know that you have watched it on the replay, and you are. Or in Hawaii, we call you Ohana, but it's just easier to spell that. So Dojo Fam. And if anyone's here watching, you haven't subscribed to my channel, or if you haven't checked out my video, did anyone here watch the video I did this morning regarding the kind of V2 upgrade, where I basically shared what I'm sharing with you guys? There's some things that I didn't cover in that one that you guys are getting more of like an exclusive, like especially with the NFTs and the whole meow match possibility. So there's some things that I'm sharing with you guys that I didn't share with anyone in my other video that I did, but it's still really good because there's maybe some questions in there or some answers that I'm giving you, especially when it comes to scams and what to look out for. Again, remember, you're not gonna receive unsolicited support ticket from any exchange, or if they're asking you to send them your seed phrases or send you personal information or send them personal information. That's all potential scams. And don't let anyone try to fool you or get you into doing that. From the Philippines, hey Invest Crypto, you're back again. Nice. Oh, great. Thank you, David. Awesome. So David, I'll put this on here. All right. Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you, David. I'm going to do my best to keep you updated on anything Gala and crypto as well, not just Gala. I keep saying this over and over, but I am not necessarily a Gala channel. It just happens to be working out that way because of everything going on. And it's important that we stay up to date on what's going on in the ecosystem of Gala. But I definitely am going to be doing other videos on different projects. Does anyone have any questions or concerns? So remember, if you haven't gotten your Gala yet, you have it in a wallet. You have it on an exchange that supports the Gala upgrade. Now, let me back up a little bit. If you do have your Gala on, say, a Binance or a KuCoin or Kraken, it's up to the exchange when they distribute it to you. It's not up to Gala. You could be on an exchange right now that has received their allocation of Gala, but the exchange may not have distributed to everybody yet. So if you're on a centralized exchange and you're waiting, what I would suggest, if you don't see it by tomorrow afternoon, reach out to your exchange directly and ask them, say, hey, what is the deal? What's going on with my tokens? I have not received my Gala tokens. I understand that this platform supports, they support that you're supporting the V2 upgrade. What's going on? So just a thought there that if you are in a centralized exchange and you haven't received your tokens, that may not be on Gala. That may be on your exchange because, again, it'll come to one wallet. So if, like, say you have 10,000 users who have Gala on, say, I'm just using this as an example, guys, like Binance. All the amount of tokens, they'll look on that address and say, okay, this is the amount of tokens that are V1 on this one wallet. What'll happen is they will send all of that to that one wallet or that one address, or there might be a few, I don't know, there may be a couple different ones. And then it's up to the exchange to decide when they allocate it. So I just want you to kind of be aware of that fact that if something's a little odd, it may not be Gala, it may be your exchange just taking their sweet time getting it to you. Oh, dude, David, I'm a big Cardano fan, man. Not even a fan, but I just I've been a Cardano holder since 2000, early 2021. Right before they were, I bought in at that point. I think it was like $1 or something, 95 cents, dollar ish. That's when I first got into Gala. So I saw it go up to $3 and $3 or $3.10. And then obviously now we're, 36, 37 cents. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm accumulating like crazy. I stake my my ADA. So I love the approach that Charles is going, that slow and steady wins the race kind of mentality. Instead of rushing through and then you're going to go have to back and fix everything. Well, you've been holding since 2018. Great job, man. Okay, go ahead, ask your question. Let's do this. Yep. Yeah, go ahead. If I didn't answer you before, you're more than welcome to ask me now while we're here. If it's appropriate, yeah, go ahead. Listen, and I hope I have the answer for you, or maybe steer you in the right direction. Let's see here. Okay, let's take a look at this. Given short-term capital gains tax rates. You have to be when it comes to, and I'm not trying to be coy and I'm not trying to evade your question. When it comes to taxes, I am not an expert. I'm an expert at paying them, but I would highly suggest talk to your tax preparer for that. My short answer is you have to decide if it's worth it for you. You have to decide. For me, I'm not necessarily looking at it from a tax sort of situation. I look at it from what's my strategy. What is my makeup? Like, I've day traded. I have done some swing trading with stocks and different cryptos and things, but that's really not my mentality. I'm more like I really take my time and find the projects that I really believe in, that I feel have tremendous use case, have tons of potential for growth, that actually will solve a problem, and then I will invest in those. And then I really, really believe in them, then I will just keep dollar cost averaging in. So when it comes to, if you're making money off of things, and technically, legally, if you're making money off your crypto regardless, you're going to pay capital gains. Nick. Yeah, Nick, I've played. So Nick is asking if we played any of the games. There's play tests going on like all the time right now. I've played The Walking Dead and I've played Miranda's. I love Walking Dead. I am not the hugest game player in the world. I just don't necessarily have the time for that. But The Walking Dead I played Superior as well. I liked Superior a lot. I'd say right now the games that I have played, and I have a Mac, So a lot of the games are PC based. So that almost takes me out of the ability to play because I do not have a PC. But I have played The Walking Dead, and I forgot how I had to work around. I think I used my wife's computer. I did something and was able to play that. But that's my favorite. Yeah, if you're doing a lot of trading throughout the year, I mean, it's fast. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, you're going to get like you're going to get at the end of the year where it's ready for tax season, like your tax documents from your centralized exchanges and that sort of thing. What you do with them is whatever you do with them, but that's kind of where that goes. Now, there is iTrust Capital, which is a crypto IRA platform, which that's on my to-do list to do a video about as well, because I think that is a really cool concept. And if I'm not mistaken, of course, with any IRA, when you put your money in, you don't have to pay taxes on it. So that's something I don't want to say too much because I need to know more about it, but that's something that is also an option. If you don't have to worry about playing capital gains, you can maybe transfer it over to something like an iTrust Capital and start doing, creating your crypto IRA. Did that help? I hope that helped. I hope my answers kind of helped a little bit. All right, let's see how many people. Oh, yeah, nice. Very cool. Okay. Good. When we start getting into that sort of thing, I'm very careful not to speak about something unless I feel really confident about it. So I kind of go with what maybe my initial thoughts are, and but I definitely want to look into iTrust Capital because who wants to pay taxes on their crypto? I mean, if you're losing money, which I think most of us are, unless you got in at the frog, Pepe the Frog or whatever he is, and you made some money, then it's on you. So I'm really glad to see, like every live stream, we get a few more viewers and people participating. I love interaction. I love your questions. I love your comments. I just sorry guys, I'm just cracking my neck a little bit here. I like that interaction. So if you're watching right now and you have a question, don't be afraid to ask, even if it's been if you're not sure if it's even been asked before. I don't care. I will answer it again because you may have a question that someone else is thinking about asking, but they may not be sure. So if you ask, then or you just let me know you're here. Give me a thumbs up, or even better, like. Oh wow, we got some good likes on this so far. Subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the videos that we've done, and I also recommend. So I'm going to recommend. I did in the beginning of the year. I did a series of videos for Gala's 2023 strategy. I seriously, I think I did one on the films, music, games. Those videos I feel are very informative, and I go through and I'm actually showing you their summary of what they have planned for this year. And then also another video to watch is the my price potential, where I think Gala could go in the next bull run. And that really hasn't changed. As a matter of fact, I may have to go back and do an updated version of that now that we've got this major burn. So I have to go back in and dig a little bit more. Okay. Hi, Kevin. So, Meta. So that Meta or Mano and Sand. Um, I've Sandbox. Eh. Um, wasn't necessarily for me. Um, I really there's like some of these other ones, like Axie Infinity and Sandbox and all these other ones that they, for some reason they just never really caught me. I just never felt a connection with them. Um, and then I'm also not a big fan of card games. I like the Uncharted games. I like the Call of Duty games. Those are the kinds of games that really get my blood going. I like those kinds of games a lot when I do get a chance to play. Um, what was the Redemption? Red, was it Red Dead Redemption, something like that? Oh my god, I can't. I love the game and I can't remember it right now, but that's another one. So, um, those kinds of games are what I really like, and quite honestly, a lot of Web3 games suck. Their graphics aren't very good. Their gameplay is clunky. Will they get better? Of course, and I think that when you have a platform like Gala who is developing these games, they're just going to get better and better and better. So I like the fact that Gala is developing their own games, but they're also using it as a springboard to bring other games in to their ecosystem that they didn't necessarily develop, but they brought in, and now they're on the platform. So I like that as well, and I think that gives a lot more diversity. And with the mobile gaming platform, with Ember Games, with the amount of games they have going on, it's crazy. It's off. It's there's a lot of things. This next couple of years, man, look out, because I really think Gala is smart with what they're doing and how they're approaching things. And when it comes to Sand, and Mana, and even Meta, they're okay. I just not necessarily my cup of tea. Then there was what was it? Gods Unchained. That was another one. I really like the idea of that game, but again, it's a card game again, and I don't have I actually own some of that. It really didn't do anything for me. So I think I probably sold and used that to buy some Gala. Yeah, it really is. So David's saying basically, here I'll show you guys. And it's smart. It's a really smart, I think, business model too. Allowing other game developers, platforms to come in. So yeah, I think that's smart. Hey Kevin, yeah, I actually have a couple of videos. I did one on Gala and one on Ada, and the one on Gala really blew up. For my small little channel, there was I had a lot of interaction, and then I did one for Ada as well. So yeah, if you go back, you can find those. If you just look in the videos. There, I think the one from Ada I did about maybe a month ago, maybe less, and I did the Gala one first, and then Ada. But yeah, I have done videos on that. So when you watch those, let me know you did. I'm curious to find out what your thoughts are, if you agree. I always like asking if people agree. Like, do you agree? You think I'm too conservative? Do you think I'm not bullish enough? Nick, Ripple, yeah. we'll hopefully find out, man. We'll see. Hey Jeffrey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And I always tell my wife, it's like I'm pretty much chilled out, but I get really excited when I can, if I've helped someone be more relaxed, or because sometimes it's trying to get answers for things. Sometimes it's like, man, I just want a simple answer, please, and a way that it's understandable too. So I hope that I'm able to communicate in a way that people are kind of getting what I'm saying. But thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Chainlink. You know what? I thought about getting involved with Chainlink. I just haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. I'm still kind of up in the air on that. We'll have to see. I may have to revisit that. But at one point, I had a good 20 some odd cryptos that I was managing in my portfolio. And during the bull cycle, man, that was nuts. That was like a full-time job. Trying to work everything out and keep track of what's going on and make sure nothing changed or whatever. So now I've calmed myself down a bit. I think I'm about 7 to 8. So I'm very, very selective these days. Yeah, Charles. They got a lot of stuff going on. Charles, Ada has a lot of stuff going on with them right now. Again, I like the approach of taking your time. In crypto, everything moves so fast that when people move slow from a developmental standpoint, like Charles has gotten criticized, Ada's gotten criticized because they move so slow. I'm like, good. Tortoise in the hare. That's all I got to know. You could be rushing really fast to get this done, so you kind of beat out your competition, and then you got to go back and fix what you should have gotten right the first time. Now you look even worse, and now the faith in your project is even more damaged, as opposed to taking the time and just creating that infrastructure. Well, you know what? I think we all have our goals to, where we want to hit. But yeah, that's a good goal, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Okay. Awesome. Hey, Kurt. You can call me Scott, by the way. That's my name. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Do you guys know that? You're more than welcome to call me Scott. That's totally fine. My martial arts students call me sir. Call me Scott, please. So with Binance, again, we've been talking about this. It's going around a lot. A lot of people have gotten their tokens. A lot of people have not. A lot of it's just because of the time it takes to get everything done. Depends on how congested the network is, and how speedy, how quick Binance, because we just talked about this, because Binance, and I don't know for sure, could have already received their allocation of tokens. They just haven't distributed to you guys yet. So there's always that. Give it till tomorrow. Give it till tomorrow in the afternoon, Thursday the latest. And then, because this is still going to be going on for a couple of days. I think this will all be by Thursday afternoon. I think everything will be totally wrapped up. That's the latest. I think it will be done sooner, but that's just kind of my gut. But if you don't get them by tomorrow, reach out to Binance support and find out what's going on. I don't know. I think I don't know. I mean, I like Matic. I'm not sure what's going on there. Um, Chances are it's some sort of catalyst, something happened, or de- depends on what's going on. I really haven't even been keeping track lately. What's BTC going for right now? What's Bitcoin going? Because everything follows Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the two blue chips in crypto space. You create another one, or it did it on its own, Kevin? My font turned red. I don't know why my font has turned red on here, but it has. So chances are, if it's 0, that means it's in the process of doing it right now. So I would don't worry about it. There's just hang back and give it some time to sort itself out. Okay, good. As long as you're not doing a whole lot of stuff right now, I would just say just leave it alone. I think it's just working through the process of updating everything. Well, one could be for your old Gala, and the other could be for new. So I'm not sure. I don't. I don't have Gala on on a ledger, but it's possible that it could be one could be the old V1, and then the new one is for the new tokens coming in. But just give it till tomorrow and see. Yeah. Does one say? Oh, one says old, which is the V1. What's the other one say? Wait a minute. Let me go back up and look. Chances are one of those is going to be the V2. Now I don't know if they are if that'll get removed. Huh? With 0 balance on both, or with 0 on both. I think they're just getting everything set up. So I think probably by tomorrow, you're probably going to have your tokens in. And let me know too, even if it's on an old video, Kevin, just because I get everyone's comments I get, and I respond to every single comment. So I really want to know, and I'm more than likely, guys, going to be coming on again tomorrow night because I want to see where everyone's at. See if everyone's gotten their tokens. If you guys come in smiling and whatever, I'm going to know. Okay, let's see. I'm running out of water. Huh. You know what? I would just leave it for a little bit longer. I wouldn't mess with it. Yeah. So, in the cases, Kevin and David, that you guys are in, I would just give it some time. Don't do anything. Don't move anything. Don't transfer anything out. Just let it do its thing, and let's see where tomorrow is. Like I said, I had my Gala in, and it showed zero amount and 0 tokens for whatever, and then all of a sudden, boom, it showed up. So give it some time. It may just be taking a little bit of while to sort itself out. Yeah, good idea. And just see what happens. You know, I'm pretty confident. It's just a matter of sorting everything out with the network, and you know, it's just taking a while. They said it was going to take a couple of days, a couple of days for everyone to get their tokens. So, but the good thing is, if you think about it, it's in process right now. So now everything is in process. So it's not like it's just been, your V1 is just sitting there and you're not getting anything. So this actually, I take this as a good sign. Well, hey everyone, I'm gonna take a few more questions, and if you have anything you wanna add to this discussion, or if you wanna let me know that you're here, or again, if you have not subscribed to our channel, I would consider it as we say in the martial arts world, you honor me by being here and checking out my videos and watching the live streams and subscribing to the channel, because we're a family. It's not just me, it's all of us together. So whenever you guys subscribe, if you haven't already, if you have, thank you so very much. If you're still thinking about it, take your time, look around, ask me questions if you're not sure. But I just appreciate you guys all very much. Oh, you're in Puerto Rico, Kevin. Oh, nice. What time is it there? What time is it in Puerto Rico? We had someone on from the Philippines. Who was that last night? I have a wonderful short-term memory. It was like, I think 8 o'clock in the morning or something, or it was the night before. I can't remember, but I was like, wow, that's dedication. And while we're chatting, I just want to let you guys know also, I'm just throwing this out there. A couple of things. 8:57 p.m. Oh, okay, cool. So a couple of things. I also, amongst other things, if anyone would like to, and you certainly don't have to, no pressure from me. If anyone would like to donate to our channel to allow me to do certain things and to improve my tech, because my camera is all freaking out. There's in our banner of our channel, there's a donate button. You're more than, through PayPal, you're more than welcome to do that if you'd like. I'm going to be adding in some different things in there as well. As our channel grows, I will be implementing different things in there as well, because you guys who are watching and subscribing right now, you are like coming in ground floor level, and I don't forget. So, but if you'd like to donate to our channel, I would greatly appreciate it. If not, that's fine too. It's not going to decrease the amount of information and what I'm giving you. So I just wanted to share that with you. So guys, if there's no other questions or no other comments, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Chances are I'm going to be on tomorrow, but keep your eyes peeled. Make sure also on that you, whenever I do live streams, that you're getting notified. Make sure your notifications are turned on, so whenever I come out with a live video, or if I'm coming out with a video, just a regular video, make sure you're getting I want you guys to see it first. So just make sure you're doing that. But hey everyone, thank you guys so very much. I apologize for any tech issues that you're having on your end, but we just make it work. That's what we do here. We don't quit. We don't give up. We just work it out. We find a way to be successful, and we find a way to, win in life. And, we just want to make sure that money's not everything, and that, we can really get wrapped up in crypto and everything that we're doing. But we want to also remember our family and why we're actually doing this, why we're here doing live streams and all these questions. You guys who are here, you guys are the ones that are going to be successful because you're doing what it takes to get that way. So I just am glad that you're choosing me to impart in my small little way to kind of help. So guys, thank you so much. Have a great evening. I hope to, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled. If you haven't watched any my video from today, go give it a look. Tell me what you think. And I just want to say, remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. Good night, you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.